Hi, welcome to Module 2. This is a brief screencast just to give you a little bit of background information about Module 2. So you can see here from the title that this module is called Planning for Instruction. So, I think you probably already know this, but being a teacher is a big part of being a librarian because librarians really are teachers too. We teach a lot of things to students. We teach them how to do research. We teach them how to use technology. We teach them about books. We teach them about genres. I've known librarians who even teach writing. In fact, there's one in a district that I worked in for a long time that focuses a lot on fourth grade writing skills. So librarians can do a lot of teaching. We also teach teachers. We do professional development, and that's a great way to be a leader in your library and in your school. So I encourage you to be sure to do professional development. Last school that I worked in, my principal approached me once and said, "Can you do some professional development to teach our teachers some online presentation tools and some things that they can use with their students online?" So in Texas, as you probably know, teachers are required to use a lot of technology in their instruction. But a lot of times they would just go to a video and show a video clip. And the administrator said, "I'm so tired of seeing video clips." She said, "Can you show them some different things that they can do, some things that they can learn pretty quickly?" So I said, "Absolutely." And I put together a presentation and delivered the presentation at a faculty meeting with some amazing tools that are really fun to use. A lot of times with teachers, they're just so busy. They don't have time to learn new things, or at least that's, what they think. But once you introduce them to things, they can get kind of excited about it and say, "Oh, I could see myself using that for ... So that's an ongoing part, really, of being a librarian, is providing those kind of resources and references and even teaching for teachers. So something to keep in mind. I'm not going to read through this introduction for you because you can look at this yourself, but we will be referring again to the AASL standards framework because that's going to be really important throughout your program, and that's how our course, our 5001 course, this course is built, is based around those AASL standards. So those are always important to keep in mind. Now, these are going to be some important questions that we're going to be considering as you complete the work for this module. Here's the list of required readings. Now, you can see these articles are not linked. That's because our CLEAR department, which kind of oversees our course curriculum and instruction, says that it's best if we let students try to find articles by using our great Willis Library and the online resources, and especially since you are information professionals and going to be becoming librarians, it makes a lot of sense that you would get very familiar with using databases. So let's look at, as an example, you did some of this, I know, on a quiz in Module 1, but let's look at this one. The school libraries, librarians, and inquiry learning, teacher librarian. So I have already opened a tab here for the UNT website, and I'm just going to go to Willis Library, and you can see it's one of my favorites because I go there a lot. So let's take a look at Willis Library, and when you come to their website, it looks like this. Now I'm going to click up here on research because I found this is a great way to look up journals. So I'm going to just type in teacher librarian because that's the name of the journal. And let's see what we get. Right here, teacher librarian online. That's by EBSCO. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to tell me, hey, we have full text available from 9/1/1998 to present. That's perfect. I'm going to click right there because I know that that's where this article is located. So let me see. It's volume 43, number 3. Volume 43, number 3. Oh, what was the year it was published? Let's look and see. Oh, 2016. Okay, so 2016, Volume 43, Issue 3. Now it's going to open all of the contents. I just need to find the title. What was the title? School Libraries, Librarians, and Inquiry Learning. So let's take a look. School Libraries. Oh, there it is, and inquiry learning. Now, if I click here, I can get the full text. You can see I can get the HTML full text, the PDF full text. So that was pretty easy. That took me about a minute to find that article. So, and it's not very long. It's just about 7 pages. So that's just to, just me showing you one way that I think it's really easy to find these articles. Now, some of these, if it's in green, then that means that it's linked for you. So you can just follow the link. Let's look down here at the to-do list for Module 2. So there's going to be an article summary critique. That's going to be you choosing an article, and you'll get to pick it. So you can here again, you can go to the Willis Library, and you could do a search on Willis Library for the topic, and there's going to be some topics that are provided because these are going to be related to the AASL standards, so you'll have to choose within a range of topics. But there's more information about that here at this link. So that's going to be a discussion board. There's also going to be a discussion about common beliefs, a presentation that you are going to put together, just a very short PowerPoint presentation. And this will be something that you would want to share with teachers. So you'll get to put yourself in the place of a librarian sharing information that's important with teachers. I think you'll really like that. Then we have the quiz 2. This is just a quiz over the concepts that you're learning in Module 2. A quiz over Texas School Library Standards. There's so many standards. We're focusing mainly on the AASL standards, which are our national standards, and then the Texas School Library Standards are our state standards for school libraries. And then we have a common beliefs presentation. So this is linked to this discussion board. This is just the details of what you're going to do that you'll be sharing on that discussion board, and then you'll get to see other people's presentations too. And then the mentor selection. This is really important because throughout your course of study here, we want you to be accumulating your practicum hours. You need 160 clock hours of practicum altogether, and you need a mentor. In order to accumulate those hours, you need someone to work with. Now, you do not have to do all 160 hours with your mentor watching you. You could be doing hours at other schools. In fact, you don't have to be with your mentor. You just need to be communicating with your mentor on a regular basis. So I always suggest, emailing or talking on the phone, whatever works for you, like once or twice a month even, just to say, well, here's what I need to do. You're going to want to come up with a plan. There's going to be quite a few documents that are shared under this mentor selection assignment. So take a look at those documents because you're going to want to come up with a plan with your mentor in order to meet the requirements that the state has set forth. So come up with a plan with your mentor. This is going to require, if you were to try to accumulate these hours like on a weekly basis, it's about 2 hours a week if you spread it out over 2.5 years. Now, you might want to do more hours than that some weeks. You might say, oh, well, gosh, this week I'm going to do an hour every day after school. So you would accumulate 5 hours. You can set this up however you want. It is completely up to you. Now, because we are in a pandemic right now, we also are allowing you to complete some of the hours online. Even those hours that you complete online, you're going to want to refer to the details that are in this assignment to give you some guidance, and you're going to want to still work with your mentor. Your mentor will have to sign off at the end when you've completed on all of your hours. They'll have to sign off on all the tasks that you've completed, and you're going to be signing off on that too. So it's important that you just stay in touch with your mentor. But this assignment will go into the details about how to select your mentor and what you're going to be looking at. There's a list of activities that you'll want to complete with the guidance of your mentor. All of that is located here in this assignment. Now then for the ePortfolio overview, this is going to be really important because the ePortfolio is your capstone project. Now, if you are not earning the master's degree, you are still going to complete the ePortfolio, and that's always been required by our school library program. But for those of you who are getting the master's degree, now you don't have to take a comprehensive exam. You will be completing the same ePortfolio for your capstone project. It is required to graduate. So it's required for you if you're a certification only student or if you're a master's degree student. But for certification only students, you actually do a little less work. And this link with these assignment details tells you a lot about the ePortfolio. And there is a quiz, so you're going to want to review this thoroughly. There's going to be quite a bit of information here about the ePortfolio because this is something that we want you to work on every semester. Starting this semester and then every semester as you do your coursework, you will be adding content to your ePortfolio. Now, your teachers, your instructors, as you take classes, are not going to tell you, well, some of them might. They might say this would be a good thing to put in your ePortfolio, but they're not going to require you. Like in this class, you will actually have an assignment in Module 7 where you have to add content to your ePortfolio, but that's not going to happen in most of your classes where you have coursework that also is required in your ePortfolio. So there's just an understanding that this is your capstone project and you should be adding to it. Now, a lot of the content that you add to that electronic portfolio will come from your coursework directly. All of that is described right here. And it's going to be really important, like I say, that you get as familiar as you can. Now, I know there's a lot of information coming at you quickly. So just also realize that you're not going to know everything this first couple of weeks, but the more that you work on your electronic portfolio, the more familiar with it you will become. And this ePortfolio quiz, there's a video that's going to be included in this module too. You'll want to watch that module. You will also, it will link you to it will ask you to go to another page in Canvas where the information for your electronic portfolio is kept for you, and that you will have access to every semester and in between semesters so that you can work on your ePortfolio in between semesters. But the ePortfolio quiz is actually due with all of the other requirements for Module 2, and that work is going to be due on September 19th. So you will have 2 weeks to complete it. There is a discussion board, a general discussion board for this section for this module 2. So if you have questions, you can ask there, or you can always message me through the course or by email at tricia.kuon.edu. I hope you have fun with this information. It's a lot of really great information, and I look forward to working with you as you complete this module. Take care. Bye.